Hello viewers, after a long time I managed to make this video which was long due. So here's my recipe for the keema. First we marinate the meat here with ginger garlic and green chili paste and some turmeric. I have shredded the mutton not very fine as this is how we like it. So after about half an hour of marination, I cook the meat in the cooker. I also use 2 to 3 pieces of mutton on bone because that gives a lovely flavor to the keema. And once it's cooked, I add the nutmeg powder. This again gives a good flavor. Now I keep all the dry masalas ready. I grind the tomatoes to a fine paste along with some Kashmiri or Bedki red chilies for the color. Now heat some oil or ghee. Add the whole garam masalas, the tej patta, cloves, cinnamon and some jeera. Once they splutter, you can add the finely chopped garlic. Don't let the garlic turn too brown as it can taste bitter. Then add the onions, the chopped onions. Once they turn transparent, you can add the dry masala powders. Not the chili powder now. You can add the dhania jeera powder and the garam masala powder. And then add the cooked keema and mix well. Let the keema blend well with the masalas and now add the tomato puree and cover and cook for a while until all the moisture from the tomatoes dry out. And then you can add a little bit of water and of course the chili powder at this point of time. Just adjust the taste, the salt, and you can even add a dash of lime here. Now when everything blends well, keep adding a little water as required. Cover it and cook it for some time, and finally you can season on top with dhania leaves, coriander leaves, a dash of lime juice, and your keema is ready to be served with the pav. Now for the pav, we melt some butter on the pan, add some of the gravy and just heat the pav on top of it so that the masala gets on top of the pav. Do not toast the pav for too long, hardly a few seconds. Let them be soft. There you go. The masala pav is ready. I am showing another combo which will go very well with the keema. So do stay on till the end. A lovely variation with the keema, that's a Turkish bread. I tried this for the first time and it really tasted amazing with the keema. So here goes our recipe for the Turkish bread, friends. Take some warm water and add yeast and some sugar to it as given in the ingredients list, and keep it aside for 5 minutes. Then add the whole wheat flour. You can even go for maida or refined flour. I have used whole wheat here, and make a dough using the oil, required amount of oil as shown here. Knead it well and keep it aside for an hour or two. Since I have used the wheat flour, it has still fluffed up. You can see the pores created due to the fermentation. So knead dough again and make balls as big as your chapati balls. Roll them a little thicker than the chapatis. These cook fast because of the yeast and fermentation. Heat the tawa or pan and just flip the sides within 3 minutes. You can see the way it fluffs up. It really cooks fast. Your Turkish bread is ready within 4 minutes. This can be done in the tawa as well as in the oven. You can see the way I have even baked it in the oven. You can make smaller, roll out smaller balls. These Turkish bread can be stored too. And here we go. So you can have it like pita bread too. Look at the way it fluffs in the oven. I serve them with keema and some onion rings. So do try out this recipe, friends. Do leave your comments in the comment box, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and of course press the notification button. See you all soon again.